You kissed another car with
Yeah,
yours?
yeah.
Okay. How
So
did that go down? Wait, was it your fault?
technically, yes.
In all these
But
years,
no,
you're like,
wait,
I'm
no,
such a
wait.
good driver.
No, you have to listen to it.
Okay, okay, all right.
All
I'll
right.
give you the benefit of the doubt here.
So I'm trying to go back home with my girlfriend in the passenger seat, where it's a 3-lane highway, and then I make my way to the far right because our exit's almost there. There are 4 cars ahead of us. The first one being a truck. It slams on his brake.
Mm-hmm.
Second one slams on his brake. Third one slams on his brake. Those are all fine. And then the fourth one was not braking at all. And so my girlfriend was like, hey, go ahead and brake. I was like, okay. And then by the time I started braking, that car right in front of me, the fourth car, swerved off in the shoulder because they almost hit that car in front of them. So he didn't leave me a lot of room to, brake.
React.
Yeah. And so I couldn't go to the right because he was on the shoulder. And I would just hit him full on. So I decided to try and go to the left because there weren't a lot of cars. Cool. I'll just go to the left. Brake. Try and go to the left. Couldn't do it fast enough. So my passenger front headlight pretty much hit his back, rear driver's side.
You just booty bumped him?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, I did on booty. It was pretty. Yeah. It was.
Kissed his ass.
But his tail light broke. Cosmetic damage.
But nothing serious?
Nothing serious.
Okay.
Nothing serious. Mine was pretty much just cosmetic damage too. It was kind of bent in, so it was kind of hard to open up the passenger side door.
Mm-hmm.
But like he pulled over. He was, a nice man. I was like, dude, I'm glad you're safe. I'm glad you're safe. Like that was
that
crazy.
Could have been a lot
that
worse.
was crazy.
And dude, that car in front of you just baited the shit out of you.
Yeah.
Like
No,
that's what you do in like games to make people crash.
But he was super nice about it. He's like, yeah, it was pretty crazy. It wasn't your fault or anything. I was like, awesome.
So the insurance won't charge me anymore.
Well,
it's not my fault.
That's not the case.
Hey, he said it wasn't your fault, man. Take him to court.
But we just exchanged information, and then we just. Funny enough, apparently we live about the
same place,
the same area.
You're like, oh,
he was laughing. He was like, yeah, we live by each other. And I was like, oh, really?
And now you see him pass by every day. It's like, hey,
no, it was just really funny. But
so to clarify, like while it was going down, your passenger, your girlfriend, was she able to see a couple cars ahead where your vision was blocked?
Yes, and that's why she was like, hey, go ahead and brake. And then I started braking, but at that point, as soon as I put my foot on the brake, the other car swerved into the shoulder.
Did she casually say, "Oh, just go ahead and brake right now"? Or was she like,
no,
"Hey, you need to brake"?
It wasn't like panic, but it was more like the second one. She was like, "Hey, you need a brake."
Okay.
I was like, "Okay."
Like,
I was like, "She said it for a reason. I'm gonna do it." But yeah, so
you're glad you're safe.
So right now my car is just at a mechanics right now. I'm not sure what they're doing to it, honestly. So
they're gonna come up with a bill. Yeah, we had to replace all your car parts. It's gonna be
we just bought you a new car.
Yeah.
It's gonna be 18 grand.
Yeah, so we had to buy all the pieces individually, then assemble them. So
some kind of like BS.
Yeah, so it'll probably be like 50,000 plus labor.
Oh, yeah, so that was it. A coworker of mine got their car stolen the same week.
Lots of car bullshit.
My cousin had a marble tabletop dropped on his foot.
Oh. Seriously?
Yeah.
Was that what you were telling me about the other day? Oh,
there's so much. There's so.
Oh, and then we were
a lot of people.
We were driving into the city and we saw a car on fire.
Yeah. We saw a car on fire. I've seen multiple accidents that same day. I think including that one. So, or at least I saw 4 for that day.
Yeah, I think people are just not people. I think I don't know. I think things are a little wild right now, especially because now it's like summertime. Is it still technically spring?
I think it is.
But it's pretty much summertime.
Yeah,
like
it's very close.
Yeah, like people are coming out of the woodwork and going crazy all of a sudden. You know, the heat is getting to them already. Because I just on my way here today, there was almost a car accident right in front of me. There was this 2 cars ahead of me, right? One was more of like a utility truck, and he was going. Then there was this big 4-wheeled, no shit.
Oh, it had 4
Like
wheels.
it was like a Ram, like one of those huge trucks.
Okay.
And
like a Ram Dodger. Is that what they're called?
I don't know trucks, but it was huge. It had really big wide wheels too. Like it was they probably got the extra package or just put some new shit on that thing. But it was a little beefed up kind of little truck, big truck. And it was following this utility truck kind of close. We were in the left lane and we were passing this slow vehicle, and then the road merges ahead into one lane.
Yeah.
And so we passed the slow car, and usually what happens in this portion of the road, people will, go over into the right lane early so they don't have to mess with trying to wiggle in anywhere. And so that's what this blue truck started to do. Like I saw his blinker, and you have intuition when you've been on the same road far into the future. I was like, oh, that's what that utility truck is about to do too. And then you see just like a half second later, he also flips on his blinker. So this blue truck, the blue truck just kind of goes just a little, like a hair before the utility truck. And so the utility truck doesn't quite see when he's going over. So, the blue truck starts to speed up because he's going to be an asshole and try to, speed up that empty lane to the merging point. And so he goes over, and then the utility truck goes over. And then the blue truck is just straight up on his ass. Like you could see the reflection of the headlights, like really bright on the back of the utility truck. And he swerved over to the right, then to the left, and then, back into the left lane. He almost crashed, right? And then he sped up and kept going. Now he's gone, right? Now I pass the utility truck, and there's this guy, coming up in the left lane. And I go over to the right, and it's at the merging point. And this guy just, flies in right behind me. And I'm starting to brake because people are slowing down in front of me. And he's so goddamn close. I don't see his fucking headlights. Like he's right on my ass. I'm like, dude, if I touch the brakes right now, like this is gonna be an accident.
Like you would hit me.
And I'm like, I'm trying to like feather the brakes a little bit. So I'm like, hey, I'm slowing down, but I'm trying not to slow down too fast because right behind him, because he's squeezed in really quick, is that fucking utility truck. And that truck I could see in my rear view is also like butt up against this car. Like this car just fucking squeezed in. He just ran up the road and squeezed in, right? And so I'm like, if I brake, this blue car is gonna get fucked. Then this truck's gonna get fucked. And I'm gonna be on the tail end of both, or right at the front. I'm like, Christ almighty. And
you should have did it.
No. I got places to go, man. Yeah, I've always found avoiding trouble is better than sorting through trouble. Even if you get shit on the tail end. No, but it's just I threw my right blinker on because I was gonna peel off the road, take the turn, and I knew they were all gonna go left. And there were like the hash mark lines, so there was still more road they could go on. So in our separate directions, we wouldn't have to be, right in front of each other. It would kind of start separating. But I was like, Jesus Christ, man! Like, he could have just not tried to fucking squeeze in there.
Yeah,
because he almost wrecked 2 people from that.
Probably just take the exit, then get back on. If anything. Yeah.
And that all happened, within a minute. Like both of those instances. I'm like, really, man? So there's definitely something in the air right now.
I don't know what it was about that week, man.
Yeah.
It was not a good week.
Yeah, I mean, it was a good week. Well, personally,
You had a good
it was
week?
fine, but it was like there were some weird things in it.
Felt like I went to a different dimension.